Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. And today we have 3 great stories. In the first story, Karen wants to get free stuff, but in the end, gets nothing. In the second story, lady can't see the difference between a policeman and a security guard. And in the third story, the teacher tries to take the hat from the worker, and when she's called to the principal, she tries to lie about the worker's guilt. Before we start, though, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. It's very important to me. I ignored your daughter. All right, I'll pay for gas then. Okay, this happened about a year ago, so the details are a little fuzzy. I was 24 at the time, a little on the chubby side, medium-length blonde hair, and I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag. This will be important, I promise. I used to work at this gas station by the highway, and was there for about 3 years before being fired. I was fired a year and a half before this happened. On my way to a date night with my boyfriend of 3 years, I decided to stop for gas and to check in with some friends who'd started working there. They were rather busy that afternoon, so I pumped my gas and walked in to grab a coffee. Now, the workers there wear red shirts with the logo stitched on, black business pants, black shoes, and some wore a red hat with the company logo. I was wearing a red knitted dress shirt, tight black suit pants, and heels. I can see where an elderly person with bad vision might mistake me for an employee, but not a young, fit teenage girl and her brainless mother. Anyway, I was getting a small coffee when I made a little bit of a mess. Being that I used to work there, I automatically started cleaning the mess up, restocked the paper towels, and checked the creamer. The store owner was in the back, and she never minded if I helped out a little when it was busy like this. I'd finished cleaning, put a lid on my coffee, and I heard someone asking from behind me where the chips are. I really don't know where they are anymore because the layout of the shelves had been changed since I left, and I'm a bit of a health nut, so I don't care for them anyway. I thought she may have been speaking to an employee close by, so I ignored her and walked off to the sodas to get my boyfriend his favorite drink. Apparently, the person behind me was the teenage girl and ran off to tell her mother I ignored her. As I'm grabbing my love soda, I feel a hand grab my shoulder and yank me around. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it went something like this. SM equals stupid mom, LB equals little brat, M equals me, SM, who the hell do you think you are ignoring my daughter like that? Me, shocked, confused. Excuse me? LB, I asked you where the chips were and you ignored me. M, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go. I backed up a little to get away from the mother's grip, and she yanked me back. I was able to pull her hand off my shoulder, but it took some great effort on my part. LB, yes you do. You were cleaning the coffee station and ignored me. At this point, it was finally clear to me that they thought I worked there. Me, I don't work here. I made a mess and I cleaned the mess. Doesn't mean I work here. SM, yes you do. You're in the uniform. I want the manager now. Now, being the sneaky bee that I was, I decided to have a little fun. Me, tell you what, I'll pay for a full tank of gas and we can forget about this whole thing. SM, well, that's more like it. So she turns with a victory smile and walks off. The daughter humps at me and follows. I pay for my coffee, my gas, my soda. They won't turn her gas on because they haven't paid yet. I then walk out to my car that's parked close to hers. M, all paid for, just give them a few minutes. SM, I don't have all day, and why are you leaving? You need to pump my gas. Me, an employee will be there to pump your gas in a moment. I have a business meeting to get to. Have a wonderful day. SM, whatever, just see that it's done. I smiled at her and drove off to my date. Found out from the manager that after an hour of standing out there, she finally came in and screamed at them for not turning the pump on. She even said I promised to pay for her gas. When she was informed by the manager that I didn't work there and I never paid to have that pump set, she threw a hissy fit that would make a toddler seem like a saint. They banned the lady from the store because she started throwing things all around, and eventually they had to call the cops and she was escorted out. Technically, you didn't lie. You did pay for a full tank of gas, just not theirs. Not your fault that they assumed you'd pay for theirs. And moving on to our next story. I'm not security. So I just found this sub, and I have a few stories. I thought I'd share one from my old job. I used to be a law enforcement officer on an Indian reservation. The tribe has a casino where an incident had taken place earlier or the day before. It's been a couple years, so I don't remember. I didn't work at the casino and was almost never there. Either way, I went to the casino to do a follow-up. I'm all done and walking to my patrol unit parked in the front when I hear, "Security!" Now for context, it's totally reasonable to be mistaken for security, but this will factor in later. Casino security wears blue and they drive little golf carts. I'm wearing a full kit, jet black tactical uniform. My unit was a Silverado with full police package, huge badge on the side, protect and serve, dial 911, all the bells and whistles. So I turned because maybe someone's in trouble. This lady about 40 with that smug appearance is there looking very frustrated. So the conversation begins. Me is me, CL is crazy lady, SS is security supervisor. We'll enter stage left later. Crazy lady. Finally, I dropped my keys in the fountain. Can you call maintenance to get them? Me. Oh, well, I'm not security, but I'll go grab an employee for you. CL. No, you're a security guard. Use your little walkie-talkie to call someone. Me. No, I'm Officer Blank of the Tribal Enforcement, but I'll grab someone. CL. Just use your radio. Me. It doesn't go to them. It goes to the 911 dispatch center. So this continues for a few circles. A security guard finally comes by and notices her loud tone. She looks at him. CL. You, call your supervisor. This one, pointing at me, isn't doing his job. SS. Ma'am, I am the supervisor and he's not a security guard. He's a cop. CL. Oh, you too. Loud screaming, ranting, many expletives, calling us lazy. So this has drawn a crowd, and I figured the best course is to let her scream until she's tired. SS. Ma'am, you can't act like this here. You need to leave. She rants about the keys in the fountain and how we won't help her, and SS calls maintenance. They get the keys out in no time. She starts ranting again, calling us lazy Fs. She wants to talk to the casino manager. I cut in. Me. Hey, my turn to talk. You listen. Look at me. Look at the security guards. You see the difference? I'm not security. I'm law enforcement. Do you understand this? Do you properly grasp who I am? CL. Yeah, I get it. She has this face like her stroke ended and she was learning numbers for the first time. Me. Good. You understand that they have to ask you to leave. CL. Yeah, but me. No, stop talking. You get it. You now have two options. You take your keys, get in your car, go home, or I arrest you for criminal trespass. I've tried to be polite, but enough is enough. Make your decision now, not another word. So she turns with a huff and goes to her car. I try to fathom the stupidity to this day. I laugh with the security guys for a sec, and then I go on to my next call. Okay, it's bad enough to mistake a normal everyday person for an employee, but to mistake a cop for a casino security guard? Apparently, I underestimate the Karens. And our third story. I'm not a student, lady. I love this sub. I've spent hours reading and laughing at all the great posts. Here's one of my own. So I was about 26 at the time of this story. I could have passed for 18 easy. I was a cop when I was 21 and I'd get carded at R-rated movies. So at the time I was working for a very large HVAC control company. I was a senior control technician whose days consisted of programming and testing HVAC systems in schools, hospitals, military bases, etc. This particular day, I was working at a newly opened high school trying to fix the leftover issues with the HVAC system. I'm wearing jeans, a blue polo shirt with my company's logo on the front and sleeve, and a black hat with the Element logo on the front. I'm also wearing a backpack, which made it much easier to lug around my laptop and tools all day. So I'm walking down a classroom hallway looking for a certain classroom number when angry teacher, AT for short, yells at me from a distance. AT, young man, no hats! I hear it, but I don't think I'm the target. AT, did you hear me? No hats! Take it off! Again, no response from me. Still thinking she's talking to a student. A few seconds later, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Did you not hear me? What class should you be in? What's your name? Me. Excuse me? I didn't think you were talking to me. I'm not supposed to be in any class. AT. Very funny. You just cost yourself a trip to the office. Me. What? What are you talking about? She then grabbed the hat off my head. AT. I'm keeping this for the rest of the day. So I wanted to flip out, but I was working and this is a public school, so I just headed to the office and asked for the principal, known as PR. She knew who I was as I was fixing HVAC issues that she had reported and we'd talked several times. So I told her what happened, described the teacher, and she called her in and told her to bring the hat. She arrives and PR tells her the story I told, and she denies it and says I took off the hat and threw it at her. I've been in enough schools to know almost all newer schools have security cameras all over, so I asked the PR if the hallway this took place in had one. PR says yes it did. I asked for the tape to be reviewed. PR logs into the system and starts watching the tape. Guys, the look on AT's face while this was happening was amazing. She knows what was about to happen. Of course, we could see her run up to me, poke me in the arm, yell at me, grab the hat off my head. PR advises AT that she will be in contact with her and for her to return to class. She hands me back my hat and walks out. PR apologizes. I tell her not to worry about it, grab my hat, and head back to my workstation. This is where I decide to get some extra revenge. 2 rules I follow in life. Don't F with people who handle your food. Don't F with people who control the AC. So I get to my computer and look up what room is hers by her last name, then raise the zone set point to 85 degrees and wait. After about 2 hours, I hear a knock outside the IT closet, open it, and guess who? AT is there, but this time she's very nice and polite. AT, hi, my room is very hot. Can you do anything about it? Me, sure, but I'm testing multiple zones in the school, so it may take a few minutes. AT, okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Me, no worries. Release the temp override and finish my day. I feel bad for her students. Not only do they have to put up with her, but they had to do it in a hot classroom. Only consolation was that, depending on the age of the students, they might be at the point where they rotate rooms for each subject, so would only be stuck there for an hour or so. Anyway, thank you all for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.